Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Super Rainbow Queen. This is somebody who's been making frequent appearances here in the Superchat family for the last little while. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships. When we get there, we know that they are going to bring us Dollar Tree hauls, day in the life vlogs, some workouts, some random chatting, and a chance to get to know the creator throughout their content. When you look at the thumbnails, you get an idea of some of the different variety in hauls and other vlogs that they're doing, including Vlogtober. And I said it the other day, but you got to hand it to anybody who can do a series of videos. Not all of us can find a way to make the time for that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,000 and 5,000 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's on frequently. They've actually been on almost daily lately, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So, Consume the Goodness is going to be the next channel that we're going to look at today. First chosen from the wheel, and I got quite a few names on the wheel already for today. We're going to add more as the stream goes on. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. That's who kind of gets up there first, or that's how we determine the order in which we put names on the wheel. But members and moderators are always added as soon as we see them in the chat. And Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, The Stock Explorer, and Just Jason Keto and more are all on the wheel as moderators, beloved and dedicated moderators. They've all been with us for a very long time, literally like 3 or 4 years between each of them. John H. Shelton Vlogging from the UK with KP Heathen are both on the wheel. Handicapped Traveler's been added in, and I know My Flock is Everywhere in Starika just came in, so they've both been added. It's Me Wanston Yes Honey is a long time friend. They've been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat. It's good to see you in the house. Florida Claimers Ted is going to be added to the wheel. They're a member as well. And then I see Rainy Ridge is in the house. The Life of Tiff is back with us again. And MLY Bird Farm is here. And New Horizons Above and Beyond is always early in the door. Scratching with Riz is here. And Matthews Bushcraft from the Big Family Expedition is in the house as well. And thank you everybody for coming in, especially at such an uncommon time. We're not usually on so early on Saturday, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, and of course everybody joining us early. I'm unsure when our next streams will be. I'll expect Tuesday or Wednesday if we can. I'd like to say Thursday at the latest, but I'm uncertain. But I will post a day or two in advance as soon as I can figure out what time and date we're going to go on. Dutchfly61 is a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And Butler Family Farms just heading out for a meetup, which is cool. They do that kind of thing all the time. But also they're a member, so I'll put them on the wheel. IVB Creates, good to see you here as well. Consume the Goodness is Kendra. This is a creator who's a certified lifestyle and weight management coach. Mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health is what she's going to bring us, along with other things on her channel and others. She collaborates with other creators, and we've seen her at least with Just Jason Keto and more in the Tuber Chat family. Collaborating is a great way to grow your channel rapidly, because every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're all but guaranteed to grab a handful of new subscribers. And then when we look at Consume the Goodness, we see she's got a brand new video from yesterday. I put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. And then we see that she's got shorts on this channel that have gotten into 23,000 and 48,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And it's been about a month, so we'll expect one hopefully soon. I'll see if she's going to mention in the chat if she's got something coming up. But we always have notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. Troy Sutton, good to see you in the house. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And KP Heathen is another channel that's been making frequent appearances. They're a longtime friend, but they've been here frequently with us lately. It must have not been for a long time that I realized they do some really interesting and heavy work at times. I recognized some of this concrete work as soon as I saw that a few weeks ago, and they've been posting frequently as well. They got another 10 videos over the last couple of weeks, so hopefully everybody will check out the different outdoor adventures they're bringing us on. They do prepping, cooking, and reviews as well of different products, but there's a lot more variety on the channel as well. They got 600 videos now, including shorts as well as live streams. The shorts themselves have 2,200, 2,600 views on a couple of these, which is great to see. And then live streams, they've done a couple of these a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to bring those back or do any more. We've got notification bells on for every channel, like I keep saying. Lady Coach Explores, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And that will be very cool. Consume the Goodness is going to do a live stream on Tuesday, so we'll be looking forward to that. And then Simply Jan Homestead, Butler Family Farm. Is that who you're meeting up with? They said Jan. I'm assuming that's who they're talking about. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And look at that, Butler Family Farms coming up right now. So Simply Jan Homestead is a longtime friend here in the Tuber Chat family as well. So it's great that you're going to meet up. I hope you'll say hello from all of us. Greenland Quilter Katie is here. I'm going to put them on the wheel. Thank you for that, the Stock Explorer. I'm assuming that you mean Kristen, as in Kristen Welton. I will say hello to her. I'm not sure if I saw Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen come in yet today, so that's why I'm assuming that. And, Nora, the Stock Explorer, has to be excited. I was like over the top yesterday. I don't know the truth yet about whether or not Bitcoin hit its 100,000. For those of you who are just knowledgeable that that's going on right now, it's getting very, very close. It was less than 70 just a couple months ago. And it may or may not have actually crossed over that 100,000 mark for a second yesterday. Coinbase apparently may have said that they did on their exchange, but I'm uncertain about whether or not that's true, just because there's so many different ways to calculate that and different platforms and things. But oh boy, are some of us excited. Mountain Grandma, good to see you in the house. They were celebrating, I think it was 2,000 subscribers and monetization last night, which was really, really cool. They had a rainbow going across the screen for a second, which is cool with super chats and things like that. New Horizon Above and Beyond still in the house. Shades of Grey is here. And again, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Bose Pixel is a long time friend of us here in Tuber Chat. I got to check their Instagram and see if they're doing better on Instagram than anything else, because they've been doing fashion for as long as I can remember, and they do a really good job. Red Lipstick Vibes, good to see you in the house as well. Since we're doing a different day and time today than we have been for a long time, we're seeing a lot of friends that we haven't been able to cross paths with for a while, so I'm very happy for that. It's part of the reason why we mix things up. Of course, I mix up the days and times around my own work schedule or personal family obligations and things like that. But on a day like Saturday, if I've got a full day off where really we could do the stream anytime, I do try to move them around. One will be later in the day, one will be earlier in the day, but this is the earliest we've done in a while. There's Embarkation Nation. I just ran into them yesterday as well. I can't remember whose live stream we must have been in, if it was Eddie Lugo Studios with Jeremy and Cheryl, or if it was another cruising or travel stream. And then Butler Family Farm up on the screen right now. This is Jerry and Susan. So they're literally headed out for a meetup right now. They do those kind of things all the time. Actually, in their live streams, they'll introduce us to a lot of creators, either out on the road for really big meetups like this, or in StreamYard panels. I've joined them on their channel a couple of times as well. They do a lot here. They give us a chance to get to know Jerry and Susan. They share the camera work on this channel, and they've got shorts here that have done really well, getting into 12,000, even 50,000 views and beyond. They have 116 acres of farmland that they share with us with homesteading type content, and they take us around the farm. They show us the equipment, the land, the livestock, including bees and cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as cats and dogs. And then they bring us into their home, and sometimes Jerry brings us into the shop for some woodworking as well. And sometimes they bring us into their home for a chance to get to know them, or into the kitchen as well. And it's great to see these collaborations between creators. Sometimes you see some of these hashtags or at mentions in titles of videos, and those are often collaborations where a good handful or more of creators are getting together to do a lot of either recipes or gardening. We've seen a bunch of creators brought out the crock pot during October there for Croctober. That was really cool to see. And collaborating, again, you know, I'd say it a million times, but it's a great way to grow your channel rapidly. When you do a collaboration like this kind of thing, you'll find that all the other creators that are getting involved will be checking out each other's videos, so you find yourself with a lot of extra views and extra attention and extra comments for that reason. Everybody wants to see what everybody else has been doing. And yeah, Bose Pixel, it's good to have you here. We just haven't done an early one like this on Saturday for a long time, but very good to see Bose Pixel. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter since just about the beginning of Superchat. I think they've been with us longer than 4 years. I just put Rambling with the Brooms onto the wheel as well. They're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. And let's spin. We'll see who's coming up next. Butler Family Farm is growing rapidly. Jerry did a live stream actually just last Monday. They live stream every Monday. But if you head back and watch this latest live stream, he talks about the promotion system within YouTube Studio now, where you're able to basically advertise videos and grow your channel in a legitimate way that way. It costs a few dollars, but he'll explain all of that if you want to go check that out. He was kind enough to share that information with everybody, and even with myself a couple months ago when I was on a stream with him. Starika's coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Lenny the Lawyer Live is in the house. Shades of Grey says they're doing their first collaboration soon, and that will be really cool. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to collaborate. I kind of throw the word around loosely a little bit here, but when we talk about collaborating, we're either meaning a couple of creators getting together in real life to make a video if they can, or on screen. You could do that through a StreamYard panel or something of that sort. You could always film and edit that kind of thing together after. Or we could just be talking about a bunch of creators doing the same kind of video. So for something like Croctober that I'm so excited about, a lot of creators could just say, hey, let's break out our crock pots and everybody's going to make something. You're free to make whatever you want. And then everybody's going to check out each other's recipes and things. One of the things I really love about the idea of cooking videos not just cooking channels, but cooking videos themselves, is it's automatically evergreen content. There are literally, like, you know, I was just going through some of my parents' stuff the other day. They have cookbooks that have never been discarded, like from my entire life. I remember having these things even as a teenager, and going through these recipes, and you know, you have to flip through them and see, like, wow, how are other people making things? It's a great way to learn, but it's a great way to do something a little bit different. You don't need me to tell you this, but it's just, you know, I'm excited about that kind of thing. And we got a lot of creators here sharing cooking videos and other evergreen content. Quilting in the country, Lori, good to see you here. Forgive me for not being certain. I think you're here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And our instructions are always in our video description to help you make the most out of your time here. But it always starts with a conversation. My best advice for anybody is to reach out individually, one by one, take your time, and just a simple hello gets a conversation going. Anybody could easily meet 8 to 10 new friends here per hour for the time that you spend. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours. Scratchmaster, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. So Starika's been a longtime friend as well. They let us know they're bringing coins and collectibles. That can include precious metals and numismatic collectible coins and much more. They've actually got more information on their About section. And I'm just going to grab this latest video. And that's a Canadian $2. I probably would have remembered those from forever ago. I wonder what year that's from. $2 Tuesdays is a cool idea, actually. I'm going to put that video into my catch-up list. That gives me the chance to either get caught up or stay caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. Shorts on this channel have gotten now into 2,400, 2,600, 8,200 views and beyond. There's your Canadian $2 coin right there. So many times I'm out wanting to do I do a lot of outdoor live streaming, pardon me, on my personal channel, and I never have change on me. I always leave it at home or somewhere else, and I really don't usually use a lot of cash these days. I love cash, but I don't use a lot of it. So here's a $1 coin I just happen to have on me. You'll notice that it's not clean or anything like that. It's just change I picked up like off the counter today. I don't know, you know, whatever. I hadn't washed it or anything. Anyway, you see that it's the same color as the center of that $2 coin. And Canada was thinking about doing a $5 coin, but I guess they never got around to it. I remember hearing about that in high school. That was forever ago, decades literally. And pardon me, it seems that I guess the thought is they'll be out of cash before even getting around to that. And then, yes, absolutely, Just Jason, Keto, and more. Everybody should try cooking videos if it's appropriate for your channel. A lot of creators are bringing variety into the shorts on their channel, regardless of category or niche. Somebody like the Stock Explorer will talk stocks and crypto. They've added some lottery ticket scratching onto the channel. But in the shorts videos, it's pure variety. So there's no reason why they couldn't do a quick video even over there if they didn't want to disturb the rest of the content. Anybody could do that, especially now that YouTube is rolling out these 3-minute shorts. It gives you a lot more opportunity if you wanted to cut a quick video there. And then Scratching with Riz is here. Joker J321, good to have you in the house. And forgive me for all I'm missing in the chat. Native Wildman, thanks for keeping that membership going. They've been a member for a while now. You see that? I think it's 6 months or something like that. Kaiser Gaming YT is Chris's Clever Craft, another long time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's been with us about 4 years now, and that's his gaming channel. We'll look at that next. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. And after a little while, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Starika will also do live show and tells. However, this creator hasn't been on for about a year. We'll see if they're going to bring these back, but they've done quite a few. And we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can also. And Heaven's Fire 18, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. let me make sure that they're on the wheel, and then I'll get Kaiser Gaming YT up here right now. Again, this is Chris's Clever Craft. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We'll have a look at Chris's Clever Craft in a quick second here. Is this actually, look at this, 999 subscribers right this second is Kaiser Gaming YT. So I hope a few of us here right now will actually help this creator get up and over that 1,000. We'd love to see about 1,005, 1,010. So we know they've got it locked in and YouTube doesn't take that that number away. We know they like to play games with our numbers all the time. And that's even happened here in Tuber Chat when we got our first 1,000. We had to go over to our old friend Happy Lux to get it back. When we go to Kaiser Gaming YT, we see a mix of a couple of games here. So lately they've been doing a lot of Fortnite on Android mobile, which is interesting. And I'm just going to grab the latest video. They post frequently, usually multiple times a day actually. And I'll put that video in my catch-up list so I can sort of catch up. It's really difficult with this channel because he posts so much. But look at this. Shorts are doing really well. 6,000, 9,000, 10,000. On a couple of these, and then when we get into live streams, we see he's been actually doing more live streams lately, which is great to see as well, at least a couple times a week, and hopefully we'll catch him for those. We got notification bells on for every channel, like I keep saying. And then let's look at Chris's Clever Craft. He has been a long-time friend. He's somebody who brings fun into everything that he does. He's got an interesting property. He brings us for a lot of outdoor looks around. A few do-it-yourself videos. I'm just going to grab his latest one. This will be a great video, actually. Changing the sink faucet is something probably everybody can do. I hate to see anybody, spending money having somebody do something if you could do it simply. Not everybody could do everything, and I promise you, I'm not a very handy person at all. But I can change a shower head. I've changed ceiling fans, lights in the house, and, stuff like that. And some of these things can save a few dollars, especially these days. People are charging $100 an hour to leave the house and things like that. Chris's Clever Craft, 607 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 700 we'd always thinking about. When I dig through the thumbnails, you get an idea of this interesting property I'm talking about. But he started bringing us into his home as well for some unboxing videos. And like I said, do-it-yourself videos are common on the channel. Chris's Clever Craft brought us an interesting idea a while back where we get back into the idea of bartering. And I know a lot of our homesteading friends understand this. Somebody will make a pie and trade somebody else for a cake. And forgive me, I don't mean to simplify it, but you know what I mean. And Chris's Clever Craft was actually trading some work for a car. And he did really well with those videos. One of the shorts actually has gotten into 21,000 views. I think that was part of the series, actually. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But he's done well with a handful of these and then live streams on the channel as well. He's experimented with in the past. We'll see if he's going to bring those back. And again, we got notification bells on for every single channel. So Terry is in the house. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And then, yes, if the stream is buffering or anything like that, just please refresh your browser or device, and our internet should be good for today. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. What we're going to do is take a break though for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview podcast series. These are videos now on the Tuber Chat channel, and this is where we have friends of about 3 years giving us some information as to how they got their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button. You know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. And it's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Like realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, Be there for the ones that are coming back, and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Michael's Adventures, who is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, and every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Casino Slot Couple, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. When we look at what Michael's Adventures is doing, this creator is literally moments away from full monetization. He's long past 1,000 subscribers, now at almost 1,500. And almost at 4,000 hours of watch time. We're all convinced he's already got it, but YouTube likes to play games with our numbers, and if you look at the analytics, which I hope you do, you'll notice that they seem to lag by at least 3 days. Sometimes it seems to be even farther, so by the time your analytics tell you you've got something, you probably had it half a week to a week beforehand. When we look at Michael's Adventures channel, this creator premieres every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern, sometimes 9 p.m. Eastern as well, and once in a while he'll drop something at an odd time, but literally posting every single day. You can see he's got 3,800 videos and shorts on the channel. Just setting some notifications now for some premieres coming up. He always posts in advance, and I recommend that for anybody where possible, if it's appropriate, which in almost every case it is. But that gives your video time to basically percolate in the system so that YouTube knows where to push it out when it's time. Cataloging your title, your description, your tags, hashtags, and thumbnail and things like that. So I missed this morning's premiere, but I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to get caught up with Michael's Adventures. Brings a lot of raccoons on his channel, but he's got a lot more wildlife, including foxes, deer, opossums, a lot of bird watching. He takes us outdoors as well for stories to be told or a look around his area. Once in a while, he'll take us for a drive along. When we look at shorts on the channel, he's played some lottery tickets, a slot game on a tablet, and there's a little more outdoor content here as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. We'd love to push him up towards that 1,500 subscribers. We know he's thinking about it right now, and we'd love to get him a little bit closer. And Native Wildman, forgive me, I never put you on the wheel. I just did it right now. Wayne's World Unlimited and Dark Swordsman Gaming both dropped super chats while we were on break there, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So Dark Swordsman Gaming is coming up in a moment. Wayne's World Unlimited is going to be looked at right now from the UK. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Thank you, Canadian Family Life. And then Wayne's World Unlimited on the screen. I think I got these out of order. I think Dark Swordsman Gaming should have gone up first, but I could be mistaken. But we'll watch them next. And Wayne's World Unlimited and Dark Swordsman Gaming have both dropped super chats like that countless times before, both of them. And I really do appreciate that. It's absolutely unnecessary, of course, but always appreciated. But we do put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen in order. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. In about 20 minutes, I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of this live stream. So when we look at Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK, we see he's closing in on 900 subscribers now, first of all, which is great to see. A lot of outdoor content from Wayne's World Unlimited. And he does something unique here. A lot of creators will add some outtakes or bloopers into their videos. What Wayne's World World Unlimited does is cuts a separate video for the outtakes a lot of the time. This creator also brings us shorts, a lot of variety here, but he's done extremely well. 10,000, 13,000, and one at almost 250,000 views for an Xbox, which is really cool. And then live streams, he's just experimented with that, but we'll see if he's going to continue. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can. And then, thank you, Butler Family Farm. That's Susan. Jerry's usually with us, but Susan is never too far away. And they share everything on that channel, including the camera work. They make videos together and separately. But thank you for that, Susan. They're on their way to meet Simply Jan Homestead. I'm curious to know if you've got anybody else coming out or if you're just going to meet Simply Jan Homestead for lunch. I love meetups. Hoping to meet up with Just Jason Keto and more, rambling with the brooms, and maybe a few more people in January. We didn't live stream the last time we got together. One of the things you wonder to yourself is, like, should we record or should we live stream? Because you want to enjoy the time with the people that you're kind of with at the moment, and I probably should have. Every time I don't stream or don't film, I regret it after, I promise you. It's been 100 times now where I say, I should have filmed this, I should have recorded that. You know, but maybe we'll keep that in mind, and one of us or some of us will do it. Dark Swordsman Gaming is up on the screen right now. This creator brings us video gameplay, and they have for several years. And thank you again, Dark Swordsman Gaming and Wayne's World Unlimited, for those super chats. I really do appreciate them. Again, never necessary. They've done it 100 times each. When we look at the gameplay here, though, I caught Dark Swordsman Gaming for a live stream again the other day. I thought I caught him for a couple, but we'll see in a second. 198 subscribers, so they're closing in on their first 200, which is exciting. What they do on their thumbnails, though, is they put a different color scheme on the frame around the thumbnails so that we can determine what game we want to see, if that makes any sense. When somebody gets to the channel, if they find a game that they like, because they play a lot of popular titles here, they might want to binge watch a few, and you can get to the front page and they're simply color coded here, which is cool. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see they've just experimented with one of these so far, and then yeah, I just caught them a few days ago and a few weeks ago as well. So we got notification bells on for every single channel. We want to you know, catch each other as often as we can. And then when we have a look at Dark Swordsman Gaming, they're very active. So they're on streaming every couple of days, and they post videos pretty much, I think, daily, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken. It's been about a week. Typically, they usually do them almost daily, I think. So Dark Swordsman... Pardon me, Dark Swordsman Gaming, we would like to push towards the 200 subscribers we know they're thinking about. And let's spin the wheel. I know Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen has come in. I know I missed a couple things in the chat. Oh, Cake and Me Eat Day with Cherry. That's Danforth Avenue Wellness. They might be coming to the meetup we're hoping in January as well. And they do a handful of different stuff there. Yeah, with an early Xmas party and beauty pageant. That's really cool for a meetup. And then Ms. Kim's Bling Bar is in the house. And Greenland Quilter Katie's going to come up on the screen. I always put members on the wheel right away. So Ms. Kim's Bling Bar has been added. We'll see what Greenland Quilter Katie's got going on today. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, Dark Swordsman Gaming's got a handful of videos coming soon. And then Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is our dear friend Charlene Heel. She's been with us pretty much from the beginning as well. She's got a couple of channels. When we look at Greenland Quilter Katie, yeah, see what happened here, this is a bit of a glitch. So at first, if anybody noticed, when I went to the channel, first it didn't say that it was subscribed. Now when I look at it in the search results again, it doesn't have the notifications on. But when I click on the channel, of course they're there. We set notifications for every single channel. I make as many mistakes as anybody, but if I notice that I don't have notifications on, I put them on right away. We always want, and they're active, so I'll just show you, I cleared my notifications there, and then you'll see how quickly those will start to add up every time I refresh the page, basically, because I subscribe to every channel, of course. Greenland Quilter Katie, I'm going to watch a different kind of video this time, so I'm excited about this because they've been showing us around Greenland, which is great, and I've caught a lot of these videos just by chance, but I'm going to grab this latest, looks like a collaboration kind of thing, almost like a StreamYard, but in a video. I'll put that in my catch-up list. It's quite long, but that's great. I'll give you a full watch hour there. They're already monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then, yeah, we should have... Actually, the wheel is supposed to be able to have sound, but I just never bothered enabling it. Shorts on the channel, 2,800 views, and this is pure variety, of course, and then when we get into live streams, we see that they are on frequently. Stronger Sewing Together is a cool idea for a title for live streams, and then for anybody that has seen some quilting or has even seen a quilt in their life knows how much work must go into these things. We have a few creators now here in the Superchat family to help us with everything we need to know about quilting. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get to another channel. We're doing well today and moving quickly. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rambling with the Brooms is coming up right now. This is Scott, another fellow Canadian. He lives closer to our nation's capital, though. This creator brings more homesteading content and some all 4 seasons, you know, being in Canada. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member, and climbing fast. He's working on 3,800 subscribers now, which is great to see. Monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He'll bring us indoors, outdoors, and out for some travel. If you dig through the channel far enough, you might find him making some famous Canadian maple syrup as well. Rambling with the Brooms has gotten into 2,400, 3,100, 7,800 views on a few of these shorts, including some famous Canadian winter weather. And then when we get into live streams, we see that he's on frequently, usually every Thursday and Friday. And this creator will do a lot of StreamYard panels. Scott's always been an advocate for helping others grow, especially when he finds newer channels under 100 subscribers. And obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here. Rambling with the Brooms as well has got a special project going on right now, and I'm going to dig through the channel here. He talks about it frequently, but on some of the live streams and videos, he's got a thumbnail like this, Cruise on Alaska 25, where he's gotten together with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, and the idea is to put together a cruise. It's going to go from Seattle to Alaska next August, and that's going to be for a week. They're trying to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. And then when we look at the channel, we see that meetup that I was talking about. He used it as a thumbnail. We met up with one of Scott's friends, and then just Jason Keto and more, and Brampton Gardner, and we all had dinner in Toronto, so I'll be looking forward to that again in January. And then Scott here has got a second channel, Travel Escapes. He might be driving and listening right now. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is another channel he's got set up specifically for bringing more travel. And it's great because a few years ago we weren't able to see any cruising or travel content, or almost none at all. And then as soon as that kind of got back into its swing, we started to see an abundant number of cruising and travel channels bringing a lot more content. So I'm always happy to see that as well. Don Ray B is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And let's spin. You'll see that Scott from Travel Escapes with the Brooms has got some shorts as well as a couple videos here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The Grove's Bargain Emporium is somebody I'm still getting to know. Steph here is bringing us one short so far, but live streams. And these, I caught them the other day. This is like an online auction. So they might be taking us out for some drive-alongs as well. I haven't caught those yet. And pop-up live streams, which is cool. But these here, let me just roll over and make sure I'm certain. Yeah, I think these are online auctions, right? And this is really cool. They'll collaborate with others, but then they put items up on the screen and you can bid within the chat while live stream's going on. We've got actually quite a few channels now in the Tuber Chat family. There's got to be 10 doing this kind of thing. So hopefully everybody will check those out. It can be very exciting. And then we'll hope for some more shorts from the Grove's Bargain Emporium, and we'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. And then the Gambler After Dark is in the house. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And let's spin. We're moving quick today. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Handicapped Travelers, thank you. And thanks Wayne's World Unlimited, and Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. So I say this often, all of the moderators on this channel are longtime dear friends of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other as well. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. I believe that's what has drawn me to each of them. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So when we look at Scratch and PPA's channel, we see he's got a premiere set up right now. He usually has these done a few days in advance. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. Actually, without fail, over 4 years now. Getting close to 4 years. And Scratch and PPA brings an interesting twist to lottery ticket scratching, where he pits 2 tickets against each other and offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. I'm going to set my notification right now for this premiere. And then, if you can catch us for one of these, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Hilda DC, Garden State Gardener, and a few select others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Scratch and PPA as well has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, which give us a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series as well. His banner's updated every single week, if you can believe that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video was put up about 4.5 years ago. This creator is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and Scratch and PPA we would love to push towards the 2,300 subscribers we know that he is thinking about. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. Like I said, a beloved and dedicated moderator. And Nisa Faraway, I see you in the house. I have added you to the wheel already. Natalie Nicole's ASMR, good to see you in the house. Mountain Grandma's still here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. A casino slot couple, I hope I said hello. And as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So we're going to take another break now for just about 3.5 minutes again. Right before we do that, we'll play another clip from that video series that I keep talking about. These are interviews where I ask the featured creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, to hear exactly what they've been through, both as a YouTuber and as a member of the Superchat family. They've all been with us for at least 3 years. The biggest thing about this is that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is, how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow, if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously, my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low, okay? And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100, because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing, because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too, because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this. I think I forgot, we're almost back. I think I forgot to spin the wheel before we went, so that's okay. Quilting in the Country, Lori, is actually celebrating a birthday, so we'll put their channel on the screen right away. So happy birthday to you. I hope everybody will join us in wishing a happy birthday to our new friend. And I also see that Don Ray B just dropped a super chat from Mountain Grandma as well. So we absolutely honor those. And so what I'll do is next up will be Mountain Grandma, and then we'll look at Don Ray B. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. I actually caught Mountain Grandma for a live stream, I think it was yesterday. And I'll have a look in a quick second here. When we get their channel up. Quilting in the Country, Lori, is brand new here in the Tuber Chat family. We haven't looked at this channel before. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is dig through your videos here. I usually look for something far longer than 3 minutes myself, so I'm going to take this 13-minute video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And let's see what we can find for Mountain Grandma. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So Nisa Faraway is asking about monetization, and I've seen several videos from your channel. So my question is, where are the videos coming from? If you're using stock footage and cutting those videos yourself, then the idea is that you might have just a few videos that YouTube's got a problem with. But if the videos that you're putting up are something that you didn't make yourself, that could be what the problem is. So YouTube always wants original content, or, you know, they try to put that out as an idea. And the idea is that they want quality content on YouTube that is not repetitive, right? If that makes any sense. So this is just an idea. But if you want to reach out to me on another social network, like I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter once in a while as well. But you can show me like screenshots of what you've got, and I've probably seen it before, but we'll see what they say and see if there's anything that can be done. Mountain Grandma is up here right now. Don Ray B dropped a super chat so that we would look at this channel. I see that I'm behind with videos, but I'm just going to grab the latest cranberry pretzel salad, which looks really interesting. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me an opportunity to watch another piece of content and catch up the smallest way. When we get into shorts videos on this channel, they've gotten into 1,600, 1,700, 2,000, and even 2,700 views, which is great. And then, yeah, I just caught them for a special live stream, a 2,000 subscriber celebration, and monetization celebration as well, which is really, really cool. We see that they're on frequently with familiar faces in the Tuber Chat family, more homesteading channels, which is great. And they've got quite a bit of information on their About page, or their About section, so everybody can go and see, and they'll likely inspire us in a spiritual way as well. We'd love to push them towards the 2,100 subscribers they're thinking about now. It looks like they're already well on their way. And thank you again, Don Ray B, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Don Ray B's done that kind of thing hundreds, countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done so that we could look at Mountain Grandma's channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I am Betty J. Gathers is in the house, and Nisa Faraway is dropping a super chat as well now. So I've got I am Betty J. Gathers on the wheel. Nisa Faraway is going to be the next channel that we look at for the same reason we're looking at Don Ray B right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. When we look at Don Ray B, we see somebody who wants to inspire us before we even get into their content. They say each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true. When we head to their about section, we get an idea that they literally were thinking about a homesteading lifestyle and then made that happen for themselves, living on 4 acres now. So they bring us homesteading content. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. They've got quite a few product reviews. I'm always interested to see these things like this trailer. For some reason, I'm fascinated by them. I don't know what is exactly the reason. I've done my share of camping, at least in my younger years, but I remember my father being so excited about bringing me to the, not bringing me, but the family. We'd go to, I think we called it the Sportsman Show, is a kind of outdoors type of, they've got boats there, they've got trailers, you know, and a lot of other outdoor ideas, camping and things like that primarily. And I remember going and just being fascinated. The boat show as well. Sometimes we go and see like cabin cruisers and things like that. I knew somebody who was involved in the show, so was able to go several times. Don Ray B here has got shorts on this channel as well, in the midst of their homesteading content, getting into 2,500 views now and 3,800 views and beyond, and then live streams. They've experimented with a couple of these last year. We'll see if they're going to bring those back or do a few more. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. And oh, they would have been great seeds for the Survival Seeds 24. That's another collaboration. You see a lot of that here in the Tuber Chat family, where you get these hashtags or @mentions in the titles. I know I mentioned that earlier. And then, Don Ray B, thank you again so much for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, I wonder if it's all of us. You know, when I imagine when you're a youngster, a teenager, you enjoy being around huge crowds of people. I like things a little bit quieter myself these days. I find that, like, I try to remember not to shop on the weekend if I can avoid it. I got to do some errands tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it, just because the checkout lines are long and, you know, the parking lots are full and all that kind of stuff. I am Betty J. Gathers. Yes, wow, almost 36 months of membership, so thank you for that. You know, when somebody's a member on your channel, memberships come and go, but it picks up. If somebody pauses a membership, it picks up again, so it totals. So somebody might have had 3 years or 4 years of membership after a long time. And I hope everybody takes inspiration from my saying that, knowing that there are people who will literally be willing to support your channel in that way years into the future. Miss Canadian Scrapper, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Coffee Walks and Whatever is also here. Casino Slot Couple, thank you so much. I know not everybody can be here every moment. I'm actually behind in putting channels on the screen right now. Rainy Ridge, I think, is going to be added right this second to the wheel. Over the course of the stream, we add names to the wheel based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, and in a little while I'll add another one. Jarinator, thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message as well. You see that they took over the stream boss position with that, pardon me. The Stream Boss is a feature included in Stream Labs, which is under my camera here. And every Super Chat membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure from their channel. So that's going to be Charinator, and they've held that position before. Nisa Faraway is up on the screen right now, and I've said it a million times, but this creator and their channel remind me of something like National Geographic when I see it. So I've watched a few of these videos. They're talking about monetization and not being approved the first time around. When I look at the videos here, they're bringing wildlife from around the world. So I wonder where the videos are coming from. If that's a stock service that you're using, right, or an AI system or anything like that, that is a big headache because their stuff should be marked in a way that doesn't interfere with YouTube videos. But you have to consider where the videos exactly are originating. So Nisa Faraway, that's going to be the answer. I know I said it like 3 times already, but just wanted to mention it. And then when we look at Nisa Faraway, we see wildlife of all kinds, and they got some information on their About section as well to give us an idea of what to expect from the channel. The thumbnails really say it all, but when we get into shorts, they've gotten into 1,000 and 1,600 views over here, and then they've also done some live streams up to a few weeks ago here. So they're closing in on 2,400 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Mod6510 Models from the UK is in the house. We're actually going to play in another about 5 minutes from now one of his clips from an interview that I did with him. Mod6510 Models was one of the first channels in the Superchat family to actually cross over 10,000 subscribers. And Native Wildman is going to come up shortly. Elevate with Vern, my YouTube BFF, is coming in to drop a super chat right now as well. And like I keep saying, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Native Wildman will be up shortly. Oh, they're labeled as AI, Nisa Faraway. So that might be what the trouble is. It might be coming from a system that has not set themselves so that YouTube won't mark their videos as copyright. But that's just a guess, more than anything else. Elevate with Vern is up on the screen right now. And this is a creator, you know, we are known as each other's YouTube BFFs. And it was about 5.5, almost 6 years ago, when I originally met Elevate with Vern and was introduced to her by a couple of other small YouTubers. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, but all of a sudden I came into this group and I couldn't believe how inspiring I felt, or how inspired I felt by the idea that these creators literally, everybody supports everybody. This is where the idea behind Superchat started, because I have not otherwise in my life seen a place where people help each other so much and want to see each other do well, if that makes sense. Actually, Vern came to Canada and visited both with me and Kristen, as well as Kira in the summer, or right before the summer. And we had a great time. She posted a few videos and things like that. She lives in New York State, of course, so very lucky to have had her come across to Canada for a short vacation. But we had a great time together, and Elevate with Vern still to this day continues to be inspiring, continues to help other creators. She's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and a member, of course. And, you know, I've said it a million times even today, but all of our moderators are dear friends of each other as well as dear friends of mine. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, including Elevate with Vern. She was inspirational in the beginning of this channel and has supported all of this time. So like I said, I've been friends with her longer than this channel's existed. And she brings a lot of variety on the channel. She might do unboxing, she might do vlogs, she gives a lot of YouTube help to other creators, she does some public speaking, and gives a lot of stories to be told as well. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos. I put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with her. She's monetized, of course, with almost 5,300 subscribers. And then when we get into shorts on this channel, we see 1,600, 1,700 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So she's on occasionally here. It looks like actually more frequently than I thought, but she also does a lot of work on TikTok and especially Instagram. She goes live on Instagram, I think daily. I could be wrong about that. And then I didn't realize this for all this time. I forget if Michael's Adventures had told me before, and he reminded me just the other day, but he actually came to Tuber Chat from Elevate with Vern. And I think I Am Betty J Gathers said that she had kind of done the same thing. All of these creators have been with us here in Tuber Chat for about 4 years, like right after the channel started. But Elevate with Vern is somebody that I had met. She was already an influencer to the small YouTuber community, if we want to put it that way. And all these creators that were supporting each other, you know, she was really inspiring to all of them, including myself. I had to learn all the things we're doing here, and Elevate with Vern was a big part of that, along with a few other channels that I talk about, like Be Amazing Sylvia and Brown Girl Bella, and a few others that have been with us all this time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Elevate with Vern. Like I said, we want to push her towards the 5,300 subscribers we know that she's thinking about. And Wheat's Art is in the house. Andre Southgate is talking prize fighting. I wonder what Andre Southgate thought about that Tyson and Jake Paul idea over there. Make This Go Viral LLC is in the house. I didn't watch the fight. I just relied on everybody to send me a bunch of reels and stuff and just, you know, complain about it after, which is what seemed to have happened. And thank you, by the way, Jason. King Morgan's also in the house. Good to have you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Charinator also. Thank you for the super chats, by the way, Elevate with Vern, my dear, dear, dear friend. And Charinator dropped a highlighted milestone message and took over that StreamYard position. And then Backyard Trucker is dropping a super chat as well. Thank you for that. I'm going to put your channel up right after Native Wild Man and see what they have got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Native Wildman is up on the screen right now. There's a bit of information about the creator behind the channel on their About section. They let us know they're going to bring us fishing, fly tying, knives, artisan tea blends. I think that's how you pronounce that word. For the life of me, all this time, I hear a mix of artisan and artisan. And if you guys want to correct me in the chat, I'll be happy to have that corrected. And then other random things that they do on their channel as well. I can see I'm behind with their videos. I'm just going to put the latest one from a few days ago into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 5,800, 10,000 views on one of them, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well, up to about a month ago. We'll see if they're going to do another one soon. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. And Backyard Trucker, thank you again for another super chat and mentioning that Marketplace Boutique has got a premiere at 8 p.m. tonight. Those creators often collaborate. Coach Sherry is one of our longest standing dear friends as well. She's been with us from pretty much the beginning of Tuber Chat. Moz6510 Models is dropping a gifted membership. Thank you for that, Moz, my dear friend. Absolutely unnecessary. He, along with a few of our creators that joined us for our interview series, have benefited this community greatly. But thank you for that, and Make This Go Viral LLC will likely be happy to have that. If they're still in the chat, I'll put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them. We're going to look at Backyard Trucker and, Mod 6510 models in a moment. When we looked at Native Wildman, let's get Backyard Trucker up here, and we'll look at Marketplace Boutique as well. And see what they've got going on. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. When we look at Marketplace Boutique, Jody is the creator behind this channel, and she is going to talk to us about e-commerce. She's been in this since 1998. The idea is to buy and sell, hopefully while making a profit, hopefully while giving people a good deal on platforms like eBay. She actually takes us shopping and shows us how she finds collections of things to buy and sell. I'm going to grab one of her latest videos and put it in my catch-up list, but we know she's got a premiere coming up in a few hours. And then Marketplace Boutique is monetized with over 1,500 subscribers. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. There's more information on her About section, but she brings pure variety into the short section on her channel. We talked about this earlier in the stream, where regardless of category or niche, a lot of creators are bringing variety into their shorts. So we see 12,000, 14,000, 19,000 views here, and then live streams as well. And Jody has brought us both out on the water and by the fire and collaborated with Backyard Trucker many times before. We'll look at his channel next. He dropped a super chat so that we would look at this channel, and then we're going to get to Mod 6510 models in a second. Backyard Trucker is another creator who's here with us just about every day. They actually stream just about every single day as well. They do videos, including a lot of do-it-yourself videos. They let us know they were going to bring pure variety onto their channel when they first came into the Tuber Chat family. They mentioned this on the About section. They've changed that up a little bit. I'm just going to grab the latest do-it-yourself video and put this in my catch-up list. This creator is a self-employed small business owner, truck driver. They do some of their own repairs. They bring us a lot of dash cam footage, and the shorts here have done really well. 12,000, 13,000, 15,000. Then when we get into live streams, we see that they're live just about every day. They've done a lot of these vertical live streams, and that's resulted in the YouTube algorithm pushing them out quite a few times. We've seen them literally with thousands of views, or over 100 people in the chat at times and things like that are watching. I know we say 100 people in the chat. I don't mean to say that. I try not to do it. Well, 100 people watching at a time. If you go into a live stream and you see that there are 50 people watching or 100 people watching, and then you click on the participant list, I'll show you what I'm talking about here, but we look at Tuber Chat right now. So it says 36 people are watching. We look at the participant list and we see there's about half of that, about 18 people probably. That means that it's real, because not everybody's chatting all the time, and names come and go from the participant list just if somebody hasn't chatted in the last minute or two. And then you come back in. It's a weird thing that they do, but this is how we're able to keep statistics on the streams as well. Make This Go Viral LLC. I'm going to put this on the wheel. But these are just ideas, and if you wanted to know, you'd be able to figure that out just from a simple look at a participant list in a live stream. But Backyard Truckers had some success with YouTube pushing them out because of those verticals, which is great to see. They're also monetized, over 1,800 subscribers, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Geeky Girls Journal's making me laugh. Yes, word up to you too. And everybody knows that's my greeting. And hopefully, again, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So I'm going to show you another channel now, but there's a very special story behind this. And then, pardon me, Charinator's dropping a super chat as well. So I'm going to look at their channel right after our break. we're going to go in a few minutes here. But I'm going to show you Moz6510 models. Now, he gifted a membership, and we always put membership gifters and super chatters onto the screen in order when those things happen. But this creator's featured in our interview series, and that is a series of videos on the Superchat channel now. There's 4 episodes so far. And what they are is a conversation in an interview style where I ask these creators their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because everybody hears from me every day on this channel or every time we stream, right? So Mod6510 Models actually inspired that whole series. He was not the first, but he might have been the first to offer the idea of sharing his knowledge, because he's been an influencer ever since the beginning of Superchat. He's been with us for long over 4 years now as well. And right away, he was somebody with a powerful channel that was growing rapidly, and he has razor sharp focus. What he brings to us is scale modeling, the model behind the channel, of course, helping you to become a better scale modeler. It's interesting how the technology and different products and companies have evolved over the years. I've done many of these models, especially when I was younger, but it's incredible as a hobby, and I've hung out with him both in, watching videos, his premieres, or live streams where he's working on the workbench, and he does a lot of StreamYard panels as well. Always lively, a vibrant community behind his channel. When we look at shorts over here, he's going to give you a look at some of the models, some of the tools, and a little bit of variety here as well. Then when we get into live streams, we see sometimes he's got a StreamYard panel here with a full grid. Sometimes he is working on the workbench like this here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mod6510 Models. You see that now, not only has he long passed his 10,000 subscribers, he's actually long past 23,000. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us regardless of, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate short channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build, and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it, so it'll be another 8 years. I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit, and people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal, that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, and and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage,
Yes.
and that you're basically making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, yes, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, we're just about back, and we're going to look at Charinator, who also dropped a super chat a little while ago, and thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Mod6510 Models gifted a membership earlier, and the Make This Go Viral LLC picked that up. They're still in the chat, so I've got them on the wheel. I also added Rainy Ridge a while ago, and I just added the Life of Tiff right now as well. We'll add some more names as we need them. Usually when we get down to about 5 or 6, we're doing well today, moving faster than we usually do. Thank you, Andre Southgate. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. They've been a friend of a few years as well. When we look at Charinator, this creator, but actually, forgive me, before we look at this channel, I just want to mention, hopefully everybody's enjoying those clips that I play from our interview series. I know those of you who are here regularly with us are seeing the same ones again and again and again. when I first started that interview series, that was right before the YouTube promotion system started to get very popular. Now we've got channels that can literally just like do a promotion and hit their 10,000 subscribers within a week. So what I want to bring to that interview series is particularly channels that have got their 10,000 without promotion or almost any. But I'm not sure whether that's nothing set in stone. It's just an idea. Whether or not that series is going to continue, we'll see. I've got a few other creators who have offered. I've got a couple of creators who have agreed. I've got a tight schedule for the next couple of weeks, but if I can free up some time, maybe over the winter season, we'll see if we can bring a few more episodes out. But it's up in the air right now. Lawless World TV, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Mod6510 Models, like I said, has been with us for about 4 years. So great to know that he's still coming around whenever he can to support, like the other creators there, Unstable TV, Two Pineapples, and Edna's World. And they all have different things to say as well. Not everybody says the same thing about every idea or every subject. And that is one of the most important aspects. If you haven't had the ability or time to go and watch all 4 episodes in their entirety, I hope that you will. And I would have a notepad of some sort, because I promise you there are things in there, even I've taken advice from those creators, and they've been part of the Tuber Chat all this time. So Charinator Chat is up on the screen right now. This is a new channel from the Charinator. And this is where they're going to bring us StreamYard panels and introduce us likely to other creators. They've been doing quite a few live streams already. They seem to be on about once a week. And then when we look at their original channel, we're going to see some video gameplay, and they've been a long-time friend as well. Charinator here with 232 subscribers has brought us some popular titles when it comes to video gameplay. Shorts on the channel have done well, getting into now over 700 views and beyond, which is great. And then live streams on the channel. They still mix up the gameplay, whether it's videos or live streams. I've usually caught them playing Euro Truck Simulator, but we'll see what I catch them for the next time. I got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I Am Betty J Gathers is going to be added. We'll see what they've got going on. Like I said, they've been a friend of ours for about the same amount of time, about 4 years now. And I Am Betty J Gathers is another dynamic creator, always smiling, always laughing, always inspiring, and always motivating. This creator will do a lot of talking about healthy eating, really living her best life over 60. But you can see she's always smiling, always, like I said, motivating and inspiring. But this creator as well will talk healthy eating, healthy living. Intermittent fasting is something she talks about all the time. She also helps with everybody's YouTube journey. She'll answer questions when it comes to things that newer channels are going through, if that makes sense. Always does a great job with her chat. Sometimes she has guests, sometimes she's on her own when she does live streams. We'll have a look at those right now. She does these frequently. Oh, she just did a couple more live streams. I haven't caught her for a week and a half now. I caught her for a few times in a row, and then haven't for a while now. And she, like I said, has guests on with her frequently. When she does her videos, she was doing a lot of vlogging for a long time here. She may bring those back. She's been bringing us both indoors and outdoors, literally taking us about her day. And then shorts on the channel as well. She's let us know she can pretty much, after she's recorded a short, tell whether it's going to move. But it's unique here because this creator's shorts are almost exclusively, at least the most popular ones, talking head videos. And that's not common. I mean, it's probably, I'm probably using the wrong word when I say it's not common. It's unusual for a creator to have like their top 12 videos or more all talking head shorts. But I Am Betty J Gathers has done a great job with this. So 10,000 views on multiple of these. They continue to grow, which is great to see. And you can tell the emotion in this creator when you go through those. Hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gather. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's working on 2,500 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards that milestone as well. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Mod6510 Models gifted a membership earlier, and Make This Go Viral LLC, who's actually been another friend of ours for at least 3 years, if not 4, picked that gifted membership up. So it's great we get a chance to look at this channel. It's been a while since they've been able to catch us, but again, we're doing a different day and time today. Crystal Sparkle, good to see you in the house. I got you on the wheel. And when we look at Make This Go Viral LLC, we see that they're working on 1,500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Of course, they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. One of the things I can tell you about this channel and the creator behind it is that they absolutely care about the YouTube journey, their community, and those of us in the Tuber Chat family. I'm very lucky as the host of Tuber Chat to be able to have conversations with other creators, and they will bring to my attention things that they notice, both negative and positive, for which I'm grateful, so that we can all continue to learn from each other, if that makes sense. But then as well, to just be aware of what goes on in the YouTube streets, how the journey's going for everybody. I'm always happy to see generosity that's over the top like that. Make This Go Viral LLC has been that kind of friend. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. I'm going to put this into the catch-up list. It looks like they're giving us some YouTube help here right now, actually. They do quite a bit of this, but it's almost pure variety on this channel. Then when we get into shorts on this channel, they've gotten into 2,000, 2,200, 2,500 and beyond. Monetized, of course, then live streams on the channel as well. They're live frequently. So it looks like they're on every few days, 2 or 3 days. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. It's been a while, but I've caught them live many times. It's been a couple months since the last one, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one shortly. And another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Handicapped Travelers is coming up. Michael's Adventures, there's a... Michael's Adventure sent me a video in the background here with our mods. But because it's on Instagram, I can't look at it right now. And just let me know if there's something about it, or if there's something to be... if it's something I can look at after the stream. And then, Crystal Sparkle. Yeah, no, notifications have been a headache for a long time. I don't know why, for the longest. See, pardon me while I dance around my subject here. When, a few months ago, Tuber Chat got so overwhelmingly busy, these live streams, that I stopped promoting by putting notifications up. I didn't even post the streams until like right before they were going to go up. The moderators barely even had enough notice sometimes. And I don't really like to do that, but I also don't want everybody upset when we can't get to enough channels in the stream. We want to get to as many as we can, of course. I know everybody likes having their channel on the screen. So, that was to slow it down a little bit. And ever since I started posting in advance again, which has been, I think, a month now, the notifications are just not working the way they're supposed to. I mean, notifications never work the way they're supposed to, but it's really been just a terrible amount of notifications that seem to be informing everyone. One of the ways you can tell is that for those of you who live stream or premiere, when you put out a premiere or live stream in advance, whether you get the 30-minute notifications. And the way to know that is when you're in your own chat and you see people coming in 30 minutes before. If nobody's showing up, you're like, oh, well, their notifications don't seem to be working. And most people will get the notification afterwards to say Superchat uploaded, which really means the live stream ended. So that's just an idea. But thank you for being here, Crystal Sparkle. And when we look at Handicapped Travelers, we see they're working on 1,400 subscribers. They're here with us frequently. And lately, actually, they've been here for just about every stream. They've been friends of ours for at least a couple of years. I've lost track of how long this has been now. And I hope everybody takes inspiration from the fact I'm literally frustrated with myself because I wish I could remember every single channel and how long exactly we've been friends. Handicapped Traveler is somebody we met a long time ago, but they've been making more frequent appearances lately. Their support here has increased over the time we've known each other. 1,300, like I said, working on 1,400 subscribers. I'm just going to look through their videos here, and I see they've got a premiere coming up as well. That's going to be in a few days. They've got another video that I didn't see yet from a few days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. And that's a playlist I use just to keep caught up with creators. It's just got a fun name from one of our friends. Nice to see collaborations here, Happy Mail videos, and more variety, but they give you travel from a certain perspective. When you read their about section, you'll get an idea of what they're going to bring. They bring a lot of variety as well and give us a chance to get to know them. When we look at their shorts videos, we see they've got all 4 seasons here, which is great. I know a lot of people like to see the different ways that weather can affect not just the climate, but the look of everything. I'm very lucky. I live in between Toronto and Niagara Falls. I live in Niagara Falls, but I grew up in Toronto. And we have all 4 seasons. The trees change color, you know, and the weather really goes up and down. We have hot summers, cold winters, things like that. Not everybody does, obviously, so it's interesting to see to a lot of people. 1,300, 1,400, 2,600 views with some of that snow that they've got in the most popular short there, and live stream. So they're on about once a month. They've got one coming up next week or in a few days. And this will be their 3rd annual Thanksgiving live stream, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, I almost thought that I missed Thanksgiving for a second because I started seeing ads for Black Friday last week, and I forget when it was that I was thinking, like, wait a second, I think I said it on Thursday. It's not Thanksgiving, I hope, today, is it? But no, yes. And then no, Crystal Sparkle, I keep it as a private playlist, that one, just because what I have found a couple of times is people will just go to the playlist and then just start like hitting everybody up, and then they go to everybody's channel. Hey, here from Superchat, here from Superchat, here from Superchat. If you say, hey, new friend from Superchat or anything like that, your comment's probably going to get held. The persons may not even see it, and they may not subscribe back to you. You don't want to mention the channel that you came from. Once you become friends with somebody, you're obviously free to let somebody know, and word of mouth is the best way that we can all grow our channels, of course. But that's why I kind of hid that playlist after a while. I know people were just going through it. There's no need to be here in the stream then. You could just go through. It's why I turned the replay chats off as well, because we get people, and trolls can go through it as well. We haven't had a lot of that trouble lately, knock on wood, of course, but in the past it's been a thing a little bit. The thing about this is that just going to somebody's channel, commenting and saying, hey, let's follow each other, let's swap playlists and this and that, it's not enough, right? I've been in social media from the beginning. It's not that I think I know everything. I certainly don't. I've been corrected many times. I continue to be corrected here. But I like to learn, and I love this stuff. What inspired this channel was the friendships that I knew would be made between creators. That's the driver of this, not channels on the screen, not comments, not swapping playlists. All of that stuff just speeds things up for everybody. But it's the friendships that give your channel its solid and strong foundation. So you have, I hope, at least 100 people by the time you are too busy for Tuber Chat or whatever, that are continuing to support you literally years into the future. The idea behind that, Tuber Chat continues to grow because for every one of these channels that starts to get to their 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 and beyond, when somebody says, how did you do it? For almost everybody, you have no choice but to say, Tuber Chat was somebody who helped me grow, and if you're going to start YouTube, you really need to go over there. This is why we get so many like-minded people. So forgive the long speech, but that's just an idea. Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then oh, I see. You click the bell on your favorite channels. Yeah, I've heard that like unsubscribing and resubscribing all at once can help, or turning the notifications off and back on can help. But the algorithm changes too. So a lot of times I'll show you again, because I show this often, but when I'm on YouTube, I really don't rely on these notifications, and you'll see mine's full again, right? But when I look at subscriptions, this is how I see, okay, who's on right now? And let me start opening up windows, right? And there'll be a few friends that will be on, or many, but it changes. And you'll notice, like for a few months, you're going to see the same channels over and over. And then for a few months, it's going to change. And you wonder, wait, what happened to this channel? Handicapped Traveler is on every month. I haven't seen them in like 6 months because YouTube's not presenting it to you because they're mixing things up. That happens all the time, usually around the time change. And a couple other times during the year, it seems to be that way, if that makes any sense. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Yeah, handicapped travelers must have loved that every time I go off on a speech. I bet that's going to be the thing now. I wonder how many people are in the background, are here with us in the chat, listening or watching. And I appreciate every moment, but thinking to themselves, oh, I hope this guy just starts talking as soon as he gets my channel up. That's the best. I'll be up for 10 minutes. I can imagine, for sure. Izzy Scott, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. No, I haven't forgot. It's just I was in story time, and I've been trying not to do that today. The speeches, except for the last one, have been short. The other day I talked so much, and I didn't realize I was doing it, that we actually went overtime, and I thought I missed like an entire hour. And then Izzy Scott, but I've got you on there. And then Wheats Art is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who brings fun into everything that they do. A little bit of comedy will come along, in my opinion. Wheats Art has this second channel that I'm going to show you in a moment, where they bring, or pardon me, this is the second channel from this creator. I'm going to show you their original, but this is where they feature a lot of the art that they make, and when I get into the shorts, you'll get an idea as well about more of what they're presenting on this channel. But you get an idea of this kind of artwork, right? So kind of cool that this creator started another channel for this. They're almost at 500 subscribers already as well. When we look at, if I can spell, Wheat and Shaw, this is where we know this creator, and they could literally be doing just about everything on their channel. They feature some of the artwork here, but they did break off into that second channel. They talk about collectibles over here as well. And shorts on this channel have done 3,900, 5,000 views and beyond, as well as live streams over here and mindless fun. Yes, this creator could be talking about just about anything. The conversation can go anywhere once they get started. I say the same about a few different creators, but Wheat and Shaw is somebody who always brings fun into the chat. Let's spin the wheel and see who's coming up next. Crystal Sparkle we're going to look at. And then, pardon me just for 1 second. Michael's Adventures has got a video coming up this afternoon. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then, yeah, thank you, Henry Leslie, Vermont. You know, I always wonder, Stock Explorer mentioned something a long time ago, and it rings through my mind once in a while, right? You build friendships with people and their opinions weigh on you. I've been lucky to meet up with Just Jason Keto and more a couple of times, you know, and had a lot of conversations on Instagram back and forth with people. And I try to, you know, think about the things that people say, not become obsessed, you know what I mean, or anything like that, but be aware of, you know, kind of the temperature out there. What are people thinking? And there was a short time where I was doing a series of live streams on my personal channel where what I was doing, I need to lose some weight, and I've gained it all back again. Not that I lost any, but I was going on the treadmill every morning, and I think I did it for 2 weeks, but somewhere around there. And when that was happening, I was also live streaming, right? So I'd live stream on the treadmill every day. And there was a few creators that would show up regularly, almost every day. Stock Explorer was there probably for everyone or close to it. And, you know, they said, you know, I like those streams because it gives us a chance to get to know you. Because here in Tuber Chat, I'm really not talking about myself very much. I know I do more of it than I should. We're supposed to be talking about YouTube and channels and stuff, but hopefully my experience and the way that I think will help everybody as well. You get an idea. Why does this guy talk the way he does? Why does he talk about channels? Why does he do this wheel thing and all that? You might be able to make sense of it after hearing a few stories. But the thing here in Tuber Chat, I know everybody just wants to have their channel on the screen. So I break off into these stories because I feel like they're helpful and I want to share, but I also know that I get like way off the rails with it. I go far too much. But we'll leave those ideas and stories more for my personal channel, where anybody can ask me anything all the time. I haven't been streaming or shooting videos as much as I should or as much as I'd like for a long time, and I say that, you know, constantly for over the years. But hopefully I'll get some more done over the winter, and especially when the weather gets good. I probably say that every year as well. So Crystal Sparkle is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator who always brings true conversation into the chat, for which I'm grateful. The reason why I say that is because when you visit anybody's channel for a premiere or a live stream, and you engage true conversation with other creators, like today a couple of people were talking about the Tyson and Jake Paul fight because I mentioned it for a second, right? When you engage true conversation, you're sending real engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm, which can be a great favor to the creator whose chat in which you're speaking, if that makes any sense. And the reason why is because you're literally telling YouTube, hey, this content is worth talking about. We're having conversations inspired by the content, no matter what it is. As opposed to, you know, we all head into each other's premieres and live streams and say hello to each other. I do it too. But once we get into conversation, it's very helpful. So Crystal Sparkle does this every time she's here, which is every day that we stream. I see you got another video. I don't know I don't know if you're cutting all of these videos from conventions that you're going to like monthly. My sister is very much into cosplay and conventions of different types, whether it's Comic-Con, a lot of horror-based stuff, and things like that. Crystal Sparkle will bring us more My Little Pony based things than anything else. But I don't know if you're cutting videos out of these or if the conventions are happening more frequently than I think. Because here in our area of Canada, even around Toronto, I don't think there are conventions of these types based on pop culture, if you don't mind me saying that, between more than once a month, if not 2 months. I often ask my sister, because she's one of those people who will make merchandise and bring it at a table at these conventions. And I'll ask her, when's your next show? And it's usually a couple months down the road. It's almost never weekly or monthly or anything like that. And then, thank you, Weetart. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Crystal Sparkle, so part of me, is working on 1,400 subscribers. So they got a premiere coming up today in another hour. Crystal Sparkle, if you want to, if you can move that premiere up for an hour earlier if you would like to, and we'll raid into it right after Superchat, because I don't have a raid set up right now. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 2,700, 3,300, one over 18,000. There's a little bit of variety there. And then live streams as well. So I was lucky. I caught them for a live stream a couple weeks ago. They do these fairly frequently as well. So hopefully I'll catch them the next time they're going to do that. We got a notification bell on for every channel, of course. And then, oh, I see. Yes, so Crystal Sparkle filmed a lot and then is cutting the videos now, which is a great idea as well. One of the things that can prevent anybody from falling behind is batch filming. Or, like, let's say you were going to go out and do a vlog, I don't know, at a theme park or something like that. You might be able to cut a lot more videos out of the day than just one lengthy video. Not that that's a recommendation, quite, but I would tell you, for me personally, if I had 20 minutes of good footage, I would cut 2 10-minute videos. But that's me. Not saying that it's right, not saying that it would be as helpful, but as opposed to missing a week, like, so if I put a video up, but that's all I had for a couple weeks, I would chop it into 2. If it's only 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 6 minutes, I might not think about doing that. But for something over 20 minutes, and especially 30 and this and that, you might start being able to get into 2 or 3. Do it as a series, maybe, if you're starving for content, right? One of the most important things that I talk about here is consistency. Posting one quality piece of content per week is enough to make a channel grow organically. So I say this repeatedly too, both here and when I talk to people about YouTube, you know, out in the world or in real life or whatever you want to call it. Consistency and posting one video per week. Videos drive the channel in almost every case, right? We get spurts of views and subscribers from shorts. Sometimes they turn into long-time followers, not usually quite as heavily supporting as what we see in chats like this, or from creators who consistently post, like Scratch and PPA's just got a wild chat that goes on with his premieres. Stock Explorer always has a vibrant community. There's tons of people coming in. I'd be interested to know how many people the Stock Explorer has go through one of their live streams, because I wouldn't be surprised to know it's 100 people coming in. You know, some people only have a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, this and that, but this is an idea. You know, I say that a million times too. Blester Crochet is in the house. I got you on the wheel. Oh, Crystal Sparkle's got lots of content. That's great. And it's interesting. Yeah, Izzy Ska is another creator I'll describe when I put their live stream page up. And I'll say, hey, the conversation can go anywhere once it gets started. But it certainly can. But there's tons of information there. Even if it, you know, it could be conversation about what's happening today. Or it could be something, you know, a lot of things draw themselves into history, right? Where we have an opinion or a piece of knowledge or something like that. And it's like, well, the reason that I know that is because if you look it up back in the day, and that kind of thing can be something that drives at least a good few minutes, if not an entire conversation in a live stream as well. And then when we look at Heaven's Fire 18, there's an interesting story on the About section of this channel. I looked at it the other day. So they mentioned, let me read it. Yeah, a mom who works full-time, co-parenting their daughter and starting the journey of raising rabbits. So when you look at the channel, you see a lot of these furry friends right here. And there's shorts on the channel as well. But let's have a look at the videos. And then they've been posting fairly frequently, actually a few times a week. And then shorts on the channel. When we look at the popular ones, they've already gotten into 300 and on the way towards 600 views. And then live streams. So they've got one set up, actually. This is going to be today in another few hours. So about 4 hours from now, they're going to do a live stream of a parade, which will be really cool. I'm assuming that is going to be a, because it says Twilight, I'm assuming that's one of those Christmas light displays. We have a really spectacular one in Niagara Falls, Canada, but Toronto's got them, and you know, they're in every probably major city and lots of smaller cities around the world, obviously. But I'm assuming that that's what that is. But it says parade, so it might be much more than a light show. But we'll be interested to see what that is. So hopefully we'll catch that. I got the notification on, even though I got the notification bell on, of course. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Bose Pixel, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before, and although it's unnecessary, it's always appreciated. We'll look at that channel next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Evening After Dark, small parade, marching band included. That'll be really cool. And then Henry Leslie Vermont says they try to keep their videos under 10 minutes. So often, one of the most popular questions that ever comes to somebody who anybody might think can be helpful when it comes to YouTube and their journey. The question is, how long should my videos be? What is the right length? And the answer is, a video should be however long it should be. You will hear the biggest YouTubers who talk about these things saying the same thing, and YouTube themselves tells us. My opinion, and a better way of explaining it, might just be to say, you don't want to fill a video with fluff, but you also don't want to cut a video down if you've got good content, right? So as long as the content is continuous, if a video takes 45 minutes, hey, it takes 45 minutes. If you can get it done in 10 minutes, you don't want to extend it. And one of the things that we think about is our videos can have advertisements in the middle if the video's 8 minutes long or more. You don't want to extend a 6 or 7 minute video to 8 minutes just to put ads in it. It defeats the purpose, right? Because if you're adding that much, a slower content, if we want to put it that way, into a video, you're going to probably lose the viewers more than the ads that you would have made anyway. For anybody who has been monetized, they will likely agree that the ad money that comes in after you get your 4,000 subscribers pales in comparison to the super chat, membership, and other monetization. So I know we all think about it, and for anybody that's not monetized yet, I promise you, things can be brighter than you think they're going to be even now heading towards monetization, but it really isn't the ad money that's going to do it. If you have a video that gets into hundreds of thousands of views and the thing still continues to get 100 views a week or 1,000 views a month, yeah, you're going to make a few dollars off that video. And forgive me, because I don't want to get into too much story time. And thank you, Stock Explorer, for another gifted membership. They've done that kind of thing countless times before as well. So I run several channels. I used to run more, but I let a few of them go because the creators really just wanted to pay me to do it, not actually, be involved. Whereas I run channels for somebody now, he's very much involved. But when it comes to filming, editing, publishing, premiering, and everything that doesn't include maybe live streaming, that's all of the things that I do. The thumbnails, the banners, the avatars, the presentation, the promotion, and everything else. So I figured something out the other day. One of the videos, so I've had my first video on YouTube that I've produced hit over 1 million views now. That happened, I don't know, a week ago or a couple weeks ago. And it's exciting to know because, like I've said from the beginning of Tuber Chat, every time something happens, it's the first time it happens. Unfortunately, that goes for negative things as well, but it's great when it's positive, right? But what I didn't realize is the video that went to 1 million views, I didn't actually film. I wasn't there that day. So the guy who I run the channels for who had the video filmed, he just got his friend to do it. But that's somebody who's never filmed a YouTube video before. And they were probably filming, it could have been any phone at all. This is from, I don't know, 5 years ago or 6 years ago or whatever it is. And so definitely not worrying about experience, professionalism, equipment, or anything like that. You're literally saying like, hey, I'm going to do this do-it-yourself video. Look, I got to fix this chair. Here, just hold the camera on me while I fix this chair. Is basically all you're doing when you're doing a video like that. So I'm sure there's many more to come. But I had said, you know, we don't know what kind of phone I could have been using. My biggest videos have, I haven't got one over 100,000 views net on my personal channel. But the videos that have done well, getting into the 20,000, 30,000, or even 90,000 views, were all done with an iPhone 4S. Long before I even got an iPhone 11. You see, I'm 5 years behind in upgrading now as well. But I just wanted to mention that stuff. Now, if you get a video that continues to roll like that, that was a do-it-yourself video. This guy installed a home alarm system from the company Ring, which Amazon owns. Lots of searches all the time. He's able to do that kind of thing. I don't know if I'd attempt it. That video probably makes a few dollars continuously. My biggest performing video has 90,000 views. I should look at the monetization today because it's gone down over time. It's for a tablet that's 5 years old or 6 years old now or whatever. Still gets views, still gets comments. But that video for a while was making about $20 or $30 a month. And I said, look at this. If this video keeps going for a year or two, I'm never going to buy a tablet again. They're all going to be free because the ad money is going to pay for it, right? Is kind of the idea. So Just Jason Keto and more. See, this is exactly what I mean about being corrected in Tuber Chat many times. I don't mean to sound like I know what I'm talking about, or I know everything. And I certainly don't mean to sound like I know what things are going to be like for everybody. We cannot see the future. Every channel is different. But Just Jason Keto and more says AdSense is the only money they make on YouTube. So what they're talking about is the AdSense money is likely outperforming the Super Chats and memberships. Those things can grow over time. And even Tuber Chat in the beginning, like it takes a little while to get that stuff built up. And it goes up and down. It fluctuates all the time. But if one of the secrets as well, and it's not a secret because I'm going to tell you exactly what I do here, you'll notice that I never solicit Super Chats or memberships, or try not to. I talk about it all the time. I'll mention it 10 times in every stream. So like the Stock Explorer gifted a membership. Crystal Sparkle was just on the screen. She just gifted 5 memberships again, which she's done countless times before. They've both done this kind of thing. And so then what I say is, thank you very much. Always appreciated, never necessary, these kind of things. But we put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. It's never necessary, but always appreciated. That way, I get to say, hey, I don't solicit the stuff. I certainly don't. And most of you know that I work full time. I'm not going to live or die by, this channel's not going to live or die by Super Chats or memberships or ad money or anything like that. Probably not. So it is very much appreciated. Some of you know I have upgraded some of the equipment that has been around and things like that. We've done other things. We have a copyright-free music channel that costed a few dollars to get going. But now we have a catalog of 60 or I can't remember if it's 60 songs on our copyright-free music channel that everybody can use forever after, kind of thing. But trying not to solicit it, but making it understood that it's very much appreciated and has value to everybody there can really help. So I'll show you an example as well. On Tuber Chat, because live stream replays here, we don't get a lot of live stream replays. I don't think a lot of people get a lot of live stream replays except in exceptional circumstances. But again, I could be wrong about that. But because of that, the ad money that comes in from our live stream replays is not so significant that I believe there's better value in turning the ads right off, because I know people are going to skip them anyway. You got to hurry up and get in here and start meeting friends and things. So what I did was turn that around, and you see the note that comes from Nightbot or whichever one of the here, Streamlabs. It just popped up a few minutes ago. Enjoy an ad-free experience with Tuber Chat. We've disabled advertisements during the live streams so you can make your connections even faster, right? Now that's me telling you, oh, look what I'm doing for you. But I don't forget to say, wait a second, it's not me that did that for you. Thank you to our members and Super Chatters. That way, everybody who's here, who sees that and reads it, understands that because we have enough people super chatting and dropping memberships all the time, that I don't have to have the ads on for everybody here. Now, that's a unique situation for this particular channel, but this is what I mean when I said earlier in the stream. Sometimes I get into these story times. I just want to let you know the way I think so that you can understand why this channel's doing the way it does. I hope you do better. I hope that everybody here gets what they want out of YouTube. And if monetization, ad money, super chats, memberships, and all that stuff is what we're after, I hope you do a better job than I do. But I want to let you know how I'm doing the things I'm doing and the mentality behind it so that you can add that to what you already know and then maybe come up with ideas that are even better than what we're doing here. But that's an example, right? Like I said, I know that everybody's going to skip the ads. Even people who say they'll never skip ads are going to skip ads because of what this channel is. We got to hurry up and get in and out as fast as we can when we're going to other channels. So there's a lot of, a lot that goes into that. And, today I said I didn't want to get into too much story time, but hopefully this is helpful for everyone. And you can tell I love talking about this stuff. And see, Henry Leslie Vermont is saying, yeah, you'd be happy to make enough money to pay for the batteries for the trail cams. Absolutely, I think so. And I'm sure that the community, when spoken to in the right way or, let known in the right way, is going to understand, hey, I'll bet you that somebody who would put that together in their own mind would say, I'm going to give this guy some money for his batteries. Because that's how people think sometimes about super chats and memberships and stuff like that. I've been live streaming for a long, long time now, many years. And on my personal channel, there was one guy who was coming in. He hasn't been around for a while, but he dropped hundreds of dollars in super chats, and he's been known to do it on other channels and this and that. He came in a few times, $100 here, $100 there. One day he dropped 3 $100 super chats in one stream and said, here, go out to dinner, right? Because he's like, go out to dinner, but film it because I want to see it. I want to hang out while you're doing that. And so we did. We actually went for lunch, but still, that kind of thing can happen. And it just takes time. All of our channels are going to grow. All of our channels are going to build. And those things are going to increase over time, of course, as your audience increases. You don't need me to tell you that, but, that's part of the speech. So I'm going to try to wrap this up right now. But I wanted to share all these things. Hopefully they're inspiring. I speak very fast, and sometimes I trip over my words because I'm doing that. I probably don't explain things thoroughly because I'm trying to rush through the conversation. Again, I certainly don't want to make it sound like I'm ever soliciting super chats and memberships, and I do, as much as anybody, appreciate that stuff when it happens. The channel's going to be here no matter what. But I wanted to share those ideas because, like I said, just maybe they could be helpful. And then, yeah, that's cool. See, Just Jason Keto and More says YouTube basically paid for him to go to the Ketopalooza, therefore bringing more informative content for the channel. Even when you have people out there, I mean, some of the biggest YouTubers are out there and other streamers on other platforms, and literally, it's no different than anybody else. They're going to a theme park, they're doing something else, and people are just kind of throwing all kinds of, here, get some cotton candy, go get some ice cream, go pay for your ticket on this thing. That kind of thing can happen, absolutely. So these are just ideas. And yeah, a lot of people, any amount of money can be life-changing for anybody at all, right? So even if it comes down to the YouTube threshold, I know a lot of people are hoping to get that $100 a month because it would be life-changing. If we all continue to learn from each other, especially the tricks and tips that sometimes go unsaid about how people are dealing with monetization. If you can find a way to truly give value in memberships and in merchandise and in affiliate links that you give to your people on Instagram and or on Amazon and things like that, there's a lot of ways to monetize, and I think everybody can get what they would like. Even for people recharging their equipment, electricity costs money. It may not be a fortune when you're charging GoPros and trail cams and stuff like that, but hey, every dollar matters, especially today, right? And that's cool, Wheats Art. Yes, I've been taken out to dinner. as well. I wouldn't be able to remember how many times people have done things like that. Ban and Exploring Mike, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And that's been a very long speech. Bose Pixel, thank you again for the super chat. I didn't mean to be so long. I'm going to get you up onto the screen in a moment. And Izzy Scott dropped another one. And thank you so much for the kind words as well. Izzy Scott's done that kind of thing a million times before also. Thank you, Crystal Sparkle. We already looked at that channel, but she gifted a handful of memberships there for any of those creators who are here or come in. I'll put them on the wheel right away. And then... Izzy Scott, yeah, actually, well, that's another feature, and I'll just talk about that for 1 second. Most of you have probably noticed, because we've been doing it for years now, but I turned off a feature called DVR. Let me just show you where that is. And then we'll talk about the Stock Explorer. When you go into your live streams, let me see if I can get off of this thing. When you get into your live streams, after you click the go live here, I'm in a browser, of course, but when you get into what's happening on the stream, there's this feature right here called Enable DVR, and this is a switch which allows people to go back and see what you just said. Let's say a couple of people are talking about something and you want to go back and see, or you want to see what something that happened earlier in the stream that the host is talking about. That's what that is. DVR stands for Digital Video Recorder. We think of it like a video, like a VCR, if anybody even remembers what those are, and things like that. But I turn it off on TuberChat because what I found was happening is that sometimes people would come in, we'd be talking about something here, something would be going on in the chat, and it would be very clear that somebody's like way out of tune with what we're talking about because they're watching 15 minutes ago. I can't tell you how many times I've been in somebody's content on a phone or a computer, wondered why on earth the chat is not talking about the same thing as the host, only to look and say, oh yeah, because I must have clicked something, I'm 10 minutes behind now. You know, or whatever. So, you know, none of it makes sense. Or if people are asking questions in the chat from something that you talked about 10 minutes ago and things like that. Little Lego is asking, does the video on your homepage get views also, the channel trailer? Yeah, absolutely. So the Stock Explorer, do they not have a trailer? Forgive me, one more second just to show you. On the TuberChat channel, it's not there because we're live. Forgive me, usually I don't self-promote, but we'll look at it right now. I can't spell my own name here. So when you go to the home... Never mind. I can't show you. Well, we'll see it on somebody else's channel. When somebody has a trailer on their channel, yes, it does get views. It counts for everything. When it's found organically, you can promote them and you can, you know, share them on other social networks and stuff. But if somebody catches your trailer from your homepage, what I was going to show you, I have a video that I'm using as it's not a trailer, but it's just a video for either a trailer or some returning subscribers. It's got like 7,000 views on it right now, and it's just to a review of the speakers that I have that I use here. I should probably mention something too. The Stock Explorer might be interested to know. For anybody that's still got a half an hour, I've had a little bit of change, all for good reason. It's all good news with my family. And so I don't need this office anymore. So today is the last stream in the office. I've literally started packing up. You can see the boxes and everything, and we're moving out in a couple of days. I only had this office because my family, my parents were needing some extra help, and this allowed me to be closer to them during that time. They're doing well, but they've moved, so they don't need my help in this way anymore. And so the office I'm going to wrap up. I'll be doing streams either from my workplace or from home in Niagara with a green screen and everything else. But if everybody wants to, because I never did a behind the scenes look at TuberChat and this and that, But if anybody has a half an hour to stick around right before we finish the stream today, I will just pick up the camera and show you around the office and show you how the screen system works here and everything if you'd like to see. It'll be awful and clunky and everything else, but I'll show you if you'd like. But I promise you it's all for good reason. So this is what I mean. I've got a couple of weeks that's a tight schedule. I'm unsure about the streams, days and times, but that'll settle very quickly and I'll find myself with more time on my hands, and maybe we can turn this into an every other day thing when we get into the winter season. So yes, half an hour from now, let's start rifling through channels. The Stock Explorer is Nora, beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They bring us the stock markets with a little bit of crypto, which is very exciting right this moment. And they do it with a level-headed and down-to-earth way, or in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like options trading, NFTs, and other ideas that are in line with stock investing. Now, the Stock Explorer often has product in hand. If you dig through some of their videos, you're really going to see, and it's interesting to go back to some of these, NVIDIA apparently just became the world's biggest company, and they're poised to just like continue exploding because of AI. NVIDIA is the company that makes a lot of chips, and when we think about AI, it takes a lot of computing power. Seems to be even more than crypto mining and things like that. So NVIDIA has just done spectacularly, but the Stock Explorer was introducing us to that a while back. Sometimes there are charts and graphs to be seen, but this creator's, like I said, often got product in hand. And I mentioned their channel earlier because they bring pure variety into the shorts videos on the channel. 2,800, 4,100, 11,000 views on one of these that still gets views actually, and then live streams on the channel as well, where the Stock Explorer has a lot of StreamYard panels. It could be friendly conversation, a chance to get to know Nora, or a lot of lottery ticket scratching. They've been battling with other channels here. I actually joined them on their channel for a conversation once for a couple hours, but they've got a new video series as well that they've been doing for a little while now called Scratching with Strangers, and they're aiming for about 100 views per video here. They're just about there. And this is really interesting because they're literally, you know, you have to have a dynamic personality to be able to get out and introduce yourself to people and get them to come on cam with you and stuff like that. So Nora's doing great with this series. I'm just going to take one that I didn't see yet. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list for today. And then the Stock Explorer as well has a second channel. If we dig to the bottom of their homepage, you're going to find one that's called Tropical Buzz, and this is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. And then I'm just going to show you something for a quick second. We'll go back to Crystal Sparkle's channel for a second. I will show you how to set a live redirect. So they've got a premiere coming up, and they changed the time, so that'll be right after Tuber Chat. And then I'm going to get into our channel, into the YouTube studio. And when we go to our content, to the live stream that's running right now, I can go to the little edit button there, go over to the customization tab here, and in the bottom I have it set to a placeholder live stream on our copyright free music channel, but that's not real. That's just something to direct to when we don't have a raid. And then all I have to do is put the URL in here. If I wanted to go through my own videos, if you have premieres or live streams coming up, they'll show up here. If not, you've got a variety of different friends that are all live or recommended channels that you can raid into, or you can drop that URL and it'll go into the video you want to specify. You have to click save. That's a very important step, and now it'll automatically flip over there, and I'll start dropping the link for that video when we get closer to the time. So I'm going to start trying to move it here so we can get to as many channels as possible. And Izzy Ska is going to be coming up. Oh, sorry, after Bose Pixel. Bose Pixel's coming up first. And we'll we'll see what they've got going on. Bose Pixel, like I said, has been doing fashion for as long as I can remember, and I think they've been with us for close to 4 years as well. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. I didn't realize you picked up one of those memberships. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. But I'm going to totally fly through channels now, hopefully. And Canadian Family Life. I didn't realize you picked that up also. For any of our members listening or watching, I'll get you on the screen right away if you're not already on there. I remove names over the course of the stream just to speed things up. Izzy Scott's coming up next. Bose Pixel also dropped a super chat. They both did. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Bose Pixel's done that countless times before. It's great to see them officially on the road to 1K with that 900. We always say you're on a road to a milestone when you hit a 100, which means now that they've passed 900, they're officially on the road to 1,000. Very exciting, of course, an important milestone for everybody. I'm just going to grab the longer of the two videos that you've got here and put this into my catch-up list. They do a lot of work on Instagram as well. This is what I was talking about. Facebook apparently as well. And I recommend everybody go and see what they're doing over there just because they've been at this for a long time. But you get an idea about the professional look this channel's had right from the beginning. These thumbnails have been similar in style ever since I've known the channel. And I used to say, when they were making frequent appearances for a very long time, that you can identify the channel almost right away just seeing the thumbnails. We know that's Bose Pixel because they all, even though they're different, so colorful, but done in a style that lets us know it's this creator. So, shorts on the channel as well have now gotten into 9,000, 16,000 views, which is great to see. And then a live stream they tested a while back. We'll see if they're going to do any of those again. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Izzy Ska's coming up, so thank you, Bose Pixel, again, and Izzy Ska for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then let's see what Izzy Ska's got going on. Besides the 1,800 subscribers that they've passed, they're monetized. We know that. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships, of course. They got a really short video here, but I'm going to put this into my catch-up list from a few days ago. I don't know why I didn't see that on the last one. These are usually animations with interesting audio, songs of different types here. They mix them up a little bit. Shorts on the channel are pure variety. These have gotten into a couple hundred views, one over 500, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. Now, I mentioned earlier the conversation can go anywhere once they start. This creator's reset and restarted their content a couple of times, but they let us know on their About page, which they updated not too long ago, that they're going to be focusing on a lot of the digital art and design, including tutorials and showing us the tools that they use. They've been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails on their channel, along with the animations for a very long time. So there's obviously much to be learned from this creator, and it's great to know they're willing to share. Oh, the wheel is from wheelofnames.com. Lots of people use this wheel for different things. All right, we're going to look at Coach Sherry in a second. Why don't we take a very quick break? This one, I won't play a clip from our podcast series. I'm just going to go for 3 minutes, and we'll come right back, and then we'll rifle through channels for another 15 minutes or so.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling, on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
Hopefully everybody enjoys those songs too. Jake Huston did a great job of making those as a surprise for dozens of our friends, as a matter of fact. And it's great to see those. So The Life of Tiff, if you haven't already connected with Jake Huston, I hope you will. And there's, a few AI programs that are doing that kind of thing, but they're getting better and better really, really fast. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat or anything anybody wanted me to see or answer. Coach Sherry has been a longtime friend as well. Some of you remember this creator. She's been cut into videos, both I think from me and Kristen Welton back in the day. She's been a friend of ours for about 4 years. Coach Sherry is always inspiring, always motivating, talking about business, careers, life coaching. I'm just going to grab the latest video from this creator and put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,000, 5,000, even 5,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So Coach Sherry's usually giving us inspiration and motivation, but great to see that you're collaborating with others as well, because I haven't caught one of these yet, where I don't think I've caught you for one of these collaborations ever. So I'll be looking forward to another one. She actually just did that yesterday. I've got notification bells on for every single channel. Hopefully we all do. That's just so that we can catch as much content from each other as possible. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is a channel that brings us wealth, spirituality, and a mindset shift from a creator we know and love and have for about 4 years. Charlene Heal is somebody I've joined on both of her channels, actually, for StreamYard panels. And she is always motivating and inspiring as well. So it's great that we have a few creators that are going to bring us this kind of positivity on their channels. I'm just going to grab the latest video here and put this into my catch-up list again. I've been talking about that the whole stream. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views, more bite-sized pieces of inspiration there, and then live streams are frequent. She's usually collaborating with other creators in StreamYard panels like this. Sometimes she puts a real theme behind a live stream and has a lengthy conversation, but she's got a second channel as well. Charlene Heal has been a long-time dear friend. I think she's been with us 4 years. And thank you, Fairbrick Studio. I know you're here at the beginning of the stream as well. When we look at Charlene Heal's channel, wellness coaching is where she specializes. And when we look through her channel, we see a bit of variety, but this creator, again, always motivating and inspiring. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 7,000 and 7,500 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And this, like I said, she's got a lot of creators to introduce us to, and a lot of StreamYard panels, and then a little bit more variety as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Charlene Heal. We'd love to push her towards the 2,500 subscribers she's thinking about. Black Guns and Gardens is in the house. They've been another friend of at least 3 years, could be longer by now. And then Blessed to Crochet is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So, Blessed to Crochet is another creator who's here with us just about every day, but their channel, they really want to focus on community. Although, of course, they're going to bring us crochet in a little bit more variety. When we look at videos on the channel, we see that they... I wonder if this... Was that pumpkin cake a... I wondered if that was a collaboration. They'll inspire us in a spiritual way as well. There's another one of these songs from Jake Huston. Lots of creators have them. Canadian Family Life cut a great trailer on their channel. Butler Family Farm did the same. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen did the same. Which is really cool. And Blessed to Crochet, she really gives us a great chance to get to know her, actually. She's been doing a lot of live streaming. We'll look at those right now. And she's got the whole month of December ready to go. And I say it a lot lately, but you got to hand it to anybody who can get a series of videos like that done. When we look at Blessed to Crochet, we see they're on every other day or so. It looks like sometimes multiple times a day. And then shorts on this channel have also gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, which is great. And yes, lots of yarn, but lots of variety in the shorts also. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Oh, that's really cool, Blessed to Crochet. And Canadian Family Life's coming up. There's Emotion New Soul as well. He is a talented singer and songwriter who's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and a member. So I'll get him on the wheel. Canadian Family Life is coming up, and I'll show you that Jake Huston song on their channel too. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. When we look at Canadian Family Life, let me dig through the channel just to find that trailer. So here it is. About a month ago, they cut a trailer out of their footage, and Tiffany did a really considerate job. If you watch this, you're going to get an idea, because I noticed it right away while I was watching. What she did was find a way to match the lyrics to what the featured person in the video was saying at the time. It was really, really cool. So I hope everybody will check that out. Tiffany usually brings us grocery hauls, cooking videos, challenges with her husband. She actually gets the whole family involved in the channel. They have an impeccable container garden. They do basically homesteading content. The whole family, like I said, gets involved. Happy Mail video shout-outs for other creators. And she's got shorts on the channel as well. She's from New Brunswick, so you see some of that famous Canadian winter weather here, but some of the shorts, they've gotten into 2,500, 2,800 views, one over 5,500, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. There's I Am Betty J Gathers. They were together a couple of months ago. And Tiffany's been known to be on dozens of channels in StreamYard panels. I often say you might even recognize her before we get to her channel, because she's been featured with so many other creators. So she'll do a live stream, I think, in a few days. As a matter of fact, we're coming up towards the end of the month. So we'll be looking forward to that. Canadian Family Life was one of the fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family that we've ever seen. Literally getting over 3,000 subscribers within about a year. And then has really pumped it up with the promotion system beyond 10,000. Now they've crossed 11,000. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 12,000 they're going to be thinking about. And their husband, Chris's Creation Fun, is a second channel as well, both from New Brunswick. He brings do-it-yourself videos and some 3D printing over there as well. The Life of Tiff is coming up next, but actually we're going to see Black Guns and Gardens because they dropped a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen as soon as those things happen. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Emotion New Soul has been a member for almost 3 years. Like I said, memberships come and go, but actually Emotion New Soul has been with us as a moderator for probably 4 years by now. And like I said, a talented singer and songwriter. Will see his channel soon enough. And hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. I'm trying to really race now. I'm just going to drop a link. Crystal Sparkle has a raid coming up, but I'm going to try to be on time. We always let Tuber Chat run for an extra 3 minutes at the end so everybody can clean up their connections. But I'm going to pin that link so everybody can get to it whenever they'd like to. And after we get through the next few channels, I'm going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at Tuber Chat. It'll be very quick, but I'll try to get through that as quick as I can. Black Guns and Gardens is up on the screen right now with almost 3,300 subscribers. I've been eating a lot of mandarins and clementines lately, actually. I have to take it easy because I love fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. And I'm making myself look good today because I've cleaned up the office so you don't see all the chocolate and crackers and other nonsense that I have around me all the time. But I got a banana and an apple in front of me right here. But I have to take it easy with these oranges, not to eat too many in a day. So I have 2 probably every day. A banana almost every day, an apple almost every day. But those are really for the apples for the dentist, not the doctor. And then Black Guns and Gardens. I'll be interested to see what you got for this video. I don't know if we could ever grow that here. I once heard of somebody, acquaintance, that had an orange tree in Toronto, but he used to have to keep it in his garage because you can't have it outside. We can't grow oranges apparently. I don't know if that's true. Black Guns and Gardens is going to talk to us about prepping, self-defense, as well as gardening. And then this creator says, literally, gardening, preparedness, self-defense, and a bit of a mix. They do really well with product reviews. When we go through the shorts, you get an idea of that. They've gotten into 5,000, even 7,500 views and beyond. Then when we get into videos, you'll see a little bit more of the variety. I grouped this channel in with our homesteading friends because of their mix of content. Look at this, like our herb garden challenge. And then they're talking about a lot of healthy eating, let's just say. So really cool that they bring a mix of self-defense along with preparedness, and gardening is a big part of that, of course. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And we'll see what's happening with Rainy Ridge. They've been here, though. I don't know if they're still here. They were here from the beginning of the stream along with the Life of Tiff. I added those channels onto the wheel. Very active in the chat always. Rainy Ridge, did I just catch you for a live stream? Am I mistaken? No, I haven't caught you for a live stream. Not recently or ever. Not yet. Hopefully I will. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 11,000, even 18,000 views. This we've seen a few times. And then videos on the channel as well. So they've put quite a few out in the last week and a half or so. I'm just going to take the latest one. They put this out today. Jailhouse Beef and Noodles. I don't know if I've heard of that before. I'll put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. yeah, they're bringing us a lot of outdoor content. I get stressed out when I see people cutting wood because my father used to make me cut firewood and I was a brat and didn't like doing chores. Until one day he finally, like, your parents have to tell you things in a few different ways, and other influencers, their friends, your teachers, everybody else, until someday somebody strikes the right chord. And one day he said, "But you like having fires, don't you?" I said, "Yes, I do like having fires," because I was the one who would run home from school every day. I'd be home before my father would be home. So I'd have the fire going in the winter like 2 hours before he was even there. But I liked lighting the fire. I liked having it. That's when I started not complaining about cutting and carrying firewood. But Rainy Ridge has got a lot more on their channel, as we can see. I'm looking forward to getting to know them better. And it looks like they got a barbecue out in that latest video I was rolling over there. Let's spin the wheel. We got another channel up onto the screen in a second here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. When we look at Emotion New Soul, we see a talented singer and songwriter who's got an official artist channel here, and now closing in on 10,000 subscribers. This creator brings us his original works in the form of music videos. Sometimes he has compilations on the channel. Sometimes he does live performances, actually, and I've caught him many times for those. I've just got the latest music video, put that in my catch-up list, but he's got another one coming out tonight, and we'll see what that's going to be like in a few hours. When we get into his channel, we know he rounds this out with some shorts and some reaction videos. He's gotten into 1,400 and 1,700 views on those shorts. Live streams, like I said, could be a compilation or a live performance. And he's able to keep up with the chat in between the tracks too, which is great to see. And always appreciative of his audience. And like I said, he's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we look at writing with Emotion New Soul, we see a channel that gives us a behind-the-scenes look at how the music is made, as well as the man behind the music. I'm just going to grab his latest video and put this into my catch-up list. He's showing us how he produces things on his Logic system there. And then he rounds out this channel with some shorts and some compilations as well. 800, 900 views on a couple of these shorts. He's working on 900 subscribers as well. A few live streams here. We'll see if he's going to keep those up. We got notification bells on for every single channel. And like I said, the Emotion New Soul has been a member and a moderator here for about 4 years. Just Chasing Keto and More is the newest entrant into our mod squad for about a month now, maybe a couple weeks. I forget how long it's been. Just Chasing Keto and More is another fellow Canadian. I've had the pleasure of meeting up with him a couple of times, actually, and probably will again in a couple of months. Just Chasing Keto and More brings us healthy eating, healthy living, and focused on a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got a ton of recipes on his channel. He's got a lot of product reviews. Those can help us understand ingredients, and what I like about his recipes is they only feature a few ingredients, always simple and easy to make. And that's kind of his focus as well. A lot of chaffles he's known for, so he's got these characters on his avatar and banner, which he updates frequently. And then he often brings guests onto his channel. We saw Consume the Goodness here in our chat earlier. That's Kendra. He's got other guests on the channel regularly, like Anita and a few others. And they share their life experiences, their tips, tricks, trials, tribulations, especially when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got a lot of healthy-looking grilling shorts here that have done well. 5,000, 6,000. I've seen this one, 22,000. And then live streams on the channel as well. He's live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, where he could be on his own, or he could be bringing us a guest. And sometimes he brings us StreamYard panels now. Once in a while, he brings us a cook-along video, and he's probably going to do one of these again very soon. And he's willing, we talked about it earlier, to head out hundreds of miles away to bring us informative content from places like Keto Palooza with even more influencers. So, Abandoned Exploring Mike is coming up right now, and then we're going to look at, I'll give you a behind-the-scenes look at what we do with Tuber Chat. Abandoned Exploring Mike I joke with because they're willing to hop into some deep dark places to bring us content on this channel, much more than I'd be willing to do. I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but when I see some of the things that they're willing to do to bring us content, it makes me think I couldn't do what they do. When we look at what they're bringing us, it's explorations of abandoned locations, if I'm saying that correctly, abandoned location explorations. A lot of outdoor content, but of course they take us indoors to these interesting places, and then shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,000 and almost 3,000 actually, and over 5,000 views on a couple of these with a little bit of variety there, and then live streams on the channel as well. So this is really cool to see some StreamYard panels and some conversation. These were up to about last year. We'll see if they're going to bring those back. They're closing in on 3,000 subscribers. They have to be excited about that, and hopefully everybody will connect with them so that we always have the notification bells on so that we can catch each other as often as possible. Yes, I am really flying through these channels now. I meant to drop Crystal Sparkle's link again. Let's do that right this second. She's got a premiere coming up right now, and she is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us just about every day. Oh my dear goodness, I can't get my copy and paste to work. There we go. If anybody wants to hop over there, because it's a premiere, the chat is already running. So what I'm going to show you right now is a behind-the-scenes look at Tuber Chat. So forgive me because this is going to be really clunky, but I'll give you an idea of how this works. You have to forgive me because I've taken everything off the desk and off of the walls and things like that. But this is just a really small office that I've been renting for a while. My sister and their family gave me that Return of the Jedi for the wall. That was actually for birthday present a couple of years ago. When we look at the desk here, I'll give you an idea. I have to be careful with my webcam here. So you see that I've got a 2-screen setup. I've got a couple of lights, but I actually rarely use those. And I thought that I would use them more, but because the walls in this office are either white or yellow, they're so bright that you see in the camera I'm usually washed right out. So in a darker room, they would probably be more effective. And certainly if I was going to put something on the table for an unboxing video. So like I said, I've cleaned things up. It's usually a little more cluttered than this. But you'll see that I've got a MacBook Pro there in clamshell mode. Of course, I'm lucky enough to have a wireless mouse and keyboard, which sometimes I forget to charge. There are a couple of adapters that I use. So there's one back there. So what happens is the power goes into the adapter goes into the computer, and then the two different adapters that you can sort of see have computer's resting on. Here's the other one here. These have the HDMI for the computer screens, as well as a couple of other things here. So you get an idea of the two screens here. This is what I'm looking at when we're doing these Tuber Chat shows. So over here is Streamlabs Desktop in the first window. Next is Streamlabs, but the web-based version of the statistics that are in the loyalty system under the ChatBot settings. I'm just refreshing the page so you can get an idea of what that looks like. And there you go. You see like the Life of Tiff, Scratch and Pete PA, Matthews Bushcraft, they're all at the top like usual. When we look at the next window, this is how I keep up with the chat. Not that I do a good job, but when I want to see what's happening with the chat, I can look over here. And then the screen that you see is here. So you notice that we've got the wheel from wheelofnames.com, and then we're going to look at the Life of Tiff's channel. So I also have some speakers, and I got a few different pairs of these. I bought all of these. They weren't product reviews that I was sponsored for, but those have done really well on my channel, probably because it's a popular company called Edifier, probably because they're all Bluetooth, and probably because I've done so many of the same. I happen to have a printer over there. It usually doesn't have a box for a router there. There's the nails on the wall. You probably can't see them very well from where the records were. The records have been packed up. They're ready to go. I'm literally taking a lot of this stuff apart the second we're off the screen here. That just happens to be the rest of the desk and a shelf over there. You notice I keep a fan in the corner over there. And I've actually got another one. This one here you might have seen in Costco called a Wuzu fan. These things are incredible. It circulates the air throughout the whole room. So it rotates vertically and horizontally at the same time. So I thought everybody would be interested to see this. On my desk right beside me, of course, I got the Stream Deck. Kristen bought me a Stream Deck Mini for Christmas a couple years ago, but I loved it so much and find it so useful that this is how I now control the stream. So the top buttons are for changing scenes, like when we go on our breaks or ending the stream. Mic mute button there that sometimes I forget to turn on. This is how I play those pre-recorded clips where I talk about subscribing swapping playlists or giving thumbs up. And then here are a couple of buttons for those clips that I play from Two Pineapples and Mod 6510 models. I just use their logo so I know which one it is. And then I keep Instagram open in case the moderators or anybody needs to get a hold of me if somebody can't get into the chat or something. So I hope everybody enjoyed that look at the behind the scenes of Superchat. I can't move my camera too far behind, but this is what I look at every day. And yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed that. So up on the screen right now is the life of Tiff, another supportive creator who's with us frequently. And they say positive vibes only on their channel, of course. And when we look at what they're doing, they're going to bring us some travel. They're going to bring us some vlogging, a chance to get to know the creator. And they've got some shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 7,000, one at 10,000, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel. They've done up to many months ago. We'll see if they're going to bring these back. A chance to go outside or get to know the creator. And we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody. Silver Assassin, Metal Detecting, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Big Family Expedition, good to see you here as well. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. I do appreciate everybody being here. Crystal Sparkle has a premiere right now. It's already running, but we're going to go over there and raid. So I'm just going to drop the link here, and we'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections like usual. I'm unsure what day we'll be back. I'm thinking Tuesday or Wednesday, probably late, and I'll post a day or two in advance as soon as I know when the stream's going to be. But thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Thanks to our moderators. Most of us know that these streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. They've all been dear friends for a very long time. Thanks everyone. We'll see you with Crystal Sparkle. Bye-bye.